Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for September, October and November 2021. So we'll look into each of those months within each group reading, but whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be the reading for you. So we have group 1, group 2 and a group 3. This is the Romantic Tarot. This is the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and then this one is After Tarot, but they all kind of look so beautiful with their imagery, of course. Or art, actually, it's art, I guess. So whichever one you're most drawn to, you can go to the description box of my video, click on the timestamp, it will take you to your reading. I do want to mention as well that I do private readings, and they're personal readings which are done within 12 to 24 hours with me. So those are paid readings which are available on my website, and they're done on the same day. And then there's obviously there's the free reading giveaway that I do every single month as well. So if you are interested in winning a reading, all the information is there as well. And then also on my website, there are handmade intention manifesting items, which thousands of people have seen results with. So you can check out the review section at the bottom of my website as well. There's handmade bracelets there's handmade manifesting items such as handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which you can put under your pillow, your wallet or your purse. There's also intention pouches with different spices and herbs, which you can also keep around you or put under your pillow, your wallet or your purse. They're really, really special, so definitely do check those out as well. And there's also crystals, sage, etc. So we also have some crystals here, which is obviously part of each of the group readings. So again, whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be the one for you. We're going to start first of all with group number 1. So let's move the other two groups to the side. Okay, and this one. Alright, let's see. Just for me to write down my timestamps on. September, October, November 2021. Okay, so let's start first of all with this group reading. Alright, group number 1, this is your reading with me for September, October and November 2021. So this is the pile you've chosen with the Romantic Tarot, and you also chose the green Aventurine crystals with it. So I'm going to just put those crystals right here. They sort of blend actually into my little tarot village background, but we're just going to leave them there, super pretty. Just turn this around, there we go, a little bit. Okay, so let's have a look and see. So we're going to do a 12 card spread, 4 cards for each month, and I'm also going to grab an oracle card for each month as well, see what's coming through. And yeah, let's begin and have a look. Alright, so group number 1, first we go with September. See what September is bringing to you. So we do 4 cards. Oh, we have a bonus card. No worries at all. Okay, so first card is, we have got here the Fool. Literally the Fool. The Fool is the first card. And guess what's the first card in tarot? The Fool. This is really fascinating because I feel like some of you might be sort of on this very spontaneous adventure or journey in September. You might take a very spontaneous trip, so some of you might not even realize until you are literally about to take the trip that that's going to happen. There's a very spontaneous decision for sure that's happening in September, so just keep that in mind. And for some of you it's a journey or a trip, and for some of you it's a decision that you make where you just make it and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna roll with it. You know, you only live once. That's the kind of vibe that I get here. So that's something we do have. It's like a new chapter, new journey, fresh new start in your life. You're excited. You know, I feel like you feel good. You feel excited. You feel good. You're like, you know what? This is needed right now. This has to happen right now. It's got to be right now. And so it is. You know, there's a nice energy here where you are feeling you're feeling good. You know, these green crystals, I think, really represent your heart chakra as well, where you just feel like, you know what, I want to live my best life. I want to do me. And it's almost like the circumstances around you also allow you to, you know, feel that way as well, where it's not like draining all your energy, it's actually giving you a lot in turn too. So I think that's nice. Then we also have, so this is actually the second card in tarot, it's number 1, so that's 0 obviously, this is number 1. This is the Magician, so the Fool actually leads to the Magician, which is interesting. Again, this is about discovery, it's also the law of attraction, it's about making things happen. You're like, you know what, I need to take chances in my life because I'm the one that needs to make things happen. So again, September is very much so about you taking certain risks, but also having that ability to think like, if it's not now, then it's never, you know. So there's definitely that energy here of like risk versus reward, but also like trying to make as much as you can happen. Obviously the Magician is, you know, like really making things happen. So yeah, I feel like this is also an energy of information, ideas, knowledge, and studying. So you're definitely also learning a lot and you're growing a lot at the same time. This is not you just like making random decisions and just hoping that everything works out. You're very much so also learning and growing at the same time, and it is coming together. So, well, that's a good energy, right? A very good energy. It's kind of working in your favor, and yeah, going in a like a positive light, I would say, which obviously is good, and yeah, good to pick up on, I would say. Okay, so then we go to the 8 of Swords here. Okay, so we've got the 8 of Swords, you can see that right there. 8 of Swords is this energy of like feeling stuck. So, you know, a lot of you may have felt stuck and you just want a new outlook, a new way of doing things. You're sick and tired of doing the same thing over and over again. So September is triggering you to take a new stance at things, take a new look at things, to do things in a different way. And that's what I see, is that so many of you are like, you know what, I want to break the cycle. I keep going round and round and round and round, doing the same thing over and over again. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. I want to take a leap of faith, a chance. I want to do something that gives me joy and happiness. And some of you may be feeling really stuck in regards to your career or in regards to love. You just want to, you're like, you know what, I'm going to make it happen. So this is that energy that I see here. It's interesting because you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So whatever you're feeling stuck in regards to, it's almost like you unstuck yourself in September. That's basically the energy. Okay, and then you've also got here the Knight of Wands as well. So, sorry, sorry, this Page of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is, you know, this like romantic, flirtatious energy. The Knight of Pentacles is about someone coming towards you. Magician is literally you sort of creating your own destiny. Did you know that the Magician is also the energy of the law of attraction? So I feel like many of you are practicing the law of attraction in September, like trying to make things come together and sort of going in that direction to basically allow things to come together quite nicely. So that's a positive energy, right? Really positive energy. Like what I'm seeing, I do. That's really wonderful. Okay, so September, you are unstucking yourself. I know it sounds a bit strange, but yeah. Okay, so let's go with the Life Coach Oracle here. Let's go with this one. Shooting Star. You are a shooting star, you're about to step into your fullest potential, and that's literally it, okay? You're going to discover that life is too short sometimes to be waiting around for things to happen, that you have to make your own decisions. You will take a leap of faith, you go in the direction that gives you the most happiness, the most fulfillment, and the most excitement, and that you're gonna take those chances. I really see that here, very, very much so. It's obviously really, really positive and progressive, so that just goes to show that you're going in the right direction and that you don't need anyone's permission in order to go in that particular direction. In fact, you know, some of you have felt so stuck and you are basically now shooting amongst the stars after being stuck with the 8 of Swords. That's good. Okay, so September, you get unstuck. Let's go to October now and see what we have. October for group 1. Wow. This is so beautiful. Number 3. You know, let me just continue with the rest of these cards here as well. You've got the 6 of Cups with the 3 of Swords. That's interesting. So something very eye-opening happens here. Eight of Cups, yeah, something really eye-opening is going to happen here. So the thing here is that this Three of Swords obviously does show that something not so great will really open up your eyes. But this opens up your eyes because it's almost like, you know, you might have been sort of putting this under the radar. You might have been thinking to yourself, like, no, this is all good. I feel like this is not just romantic, by the way. This can also be like friendship-wise, where you may feel kind of betrayed by someone who you thought you could trust, and you're just like, wow, like I did not know you could be so deceptive. Because look, the Six of Cups is interesting. These people are wearing masks, you know, and that's the kind of energy that I'm seeing here, is that there's a sense of like someone being quite deceptive and opening up your eyes, and then you realizing like, oh my goodness, like, no way. Because, you know, this Three of Swords is like, there's someone here that's obviously been hurt, you know, and it's like, oh my god, like, you know. But the other thing I see here as well is that you might be trying to help someone who has been traumatized in the past or really hurt in the past, and you're trying to like really help them, but you know, there's obviously someone who's caused pain and kind of like ran away from this person, and here you are like trying to help this person. So keep in mind that you might also be surrounding yourself, perhaps this could be a lover as well, like someone who you have been so attached to, who has been hurt by someone, and obviously this person may or may not be in the picture, but now you are really trying to help this person through their trauma. And that's something that I do pick up on here as well, is you might feel like, oh my god, when I met this person, I didn't realize that they were so damaged or so traumatized, and so that's something again you may be discovering, but it opens up your eyes to realize that actually, you know what, their trauma is a result of someone else, that this isn't actually like who they are as a person. Does that make sense? So that's something that a lot of you may be realizing. You might realize that also in regards to this particular person that comes through that has romantic interest towards you. But yeah, the context of this is interesting, because it's not like, oh, they break your heart and then they disappear. That's not really the kind of vibe. I mean, for some of you, they might be sort of stepping back, because you have got the Eight of Cups, you know, they might be sort of stepping back away from you as a result of prior trauma. But yeah, it's an interesting vibe. I mean, for some of you, yes, it could be that, but I don't feel like that is the case, like as in they break your heart and they run away kind of energy, because there's some kind of trauma here. And also you've got the Empress, okay? So when you have the Empress energy, this goes to show that you're not letting this affect who you are as a person. You're thinking to yourself, okay, but their trauma is not actually my fault, so I shouldn't be blaming myself or feeling like I have to fix them, because that's something that is also on them in many ways. I will say one thing as well, that obviously it's good to help people, but not at the risk of your own energy. One thing that I see very, very often with people is that they will be like, you know what, but I really want to help them, and then in turn, the person that gets hurt is the one that actually ends up hurting this person here. Okay, like sometimes it's really easy for certain people to make themselves a victim to the point where they start actually hurting and abusing this person here, because of what this person has caused on them. They inflict that onto this person, and you could like inflict that onto someone else. It's a cycle that can occur, right? So the thing here is that the good thing is you're not letting that affect you to such a degree. You're like, okay, well, they've been hurt by someone else, but that's not necessarily my fault. So you're not taking it too personally. But the Three of Empress, that would not make sense. The Empress really does go to show Venus energy, where you have so much love towards people, so much kindness towards people, but you also recognize that you cannot necessarily heal them. What you can do, however, is provide support and allow yourself to flourish and heal. Again, that's very strong energy. You know, the Empress is also Mother Nature energy. What do we know with Mother Nature? Mother Nature is connected to the heart chakra. The heart chakra is green. So what I see here in October is that you may find that areas of your heart, lungs, the circulation, for example, hands, shoulders, upper back, you may find that those areas sort of have a little bit of pain here and there, because, you know, you could be feeling, essentially some of you could be feeling a bit let down, let's say. Some of you may be heartbroken, but it's more so like more of a let down energy, where you just feel like, you know, this is not great. But also you start to realize so much more of your own worth and value. And also we have the dog there. You learn so much more of your own personal loyalty as well. And your heart chakra is really taking a like full swing into things. which is interesting because I do feel here that you have the ability to give and receive unconditional love, whereas other people don't have the ability to do that. So you're actually understanding that you do have a lot of power, which I think is a big turning point in October, because no matter no matter how people treat you in October, you will find that love within yourself. And also, this is not to say that this whole situation is over. In fact, this whole situation can also make this person realize that you have been the one that has always been there. So even though they could let this really affect them, and potentially they could withdraw away from you or like take steps back from you, what will also happen is that in time they will realize that actually you were the only one that really stood by them and wanted to help them. And instead of inflicting that pain on you, they will realize your worth and come towards you. That's what I see here. Okay, so even though they can step back a little bit, they will come towards you in time anyways. So that's important. I feel like that's a lesson for them, you know, so they don't run away again. So let's keep going. Okay, October, metamorphosis. Like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you're about to get your wings. There you go, right? That's the Empress energy. You're about to get your wings, you're about to fly, you're about to realize your true potential. And that true potential actually starts in September as well. You know, sometimes what happens here is that you go forwards, but then you get pulled back a little bit. Because it's like the bow and the arrow analogy, you know, the arrow has to go forward, but in order to make it go forward even more, it has to be pulled back and then released, you know, so that go forward even more. So there's kind of like a little bow and arrow analogy also there as well, where you're going forward, but then you're also getting pulled back to go even further forward with that transformation, which I think is so powerful. And then of course the caterpillar in the cocoon kind of energy, like yes, of course it can feel a bit isolating, frustrating, but then actually you get your wings and you are flying and you're like the Empress, you know, who is just like, I got my worth, I got my value. Look, whether you're male or female, I read energies, not specifically gender, so you can be an Empress, you can have that energy, okay, regardless of your gender. It's true. So I thought I'd just mention that as well, because I keep saying Empress, but you know. So that's what we have there. November. September, October, November. We have here the Four of Swords. I was just looking at that for a second because the illustrations are very interesting on this particular deck. Very different to like tarot, you know, like Rider-Waite and like the Visconti decks from like the tarot Marseille, the Marseille tarot. They're like obviously like the more traditional decks, and Rider-Waite's definitely a modern interpretation also, even though it's pretty old now, but it's so different to this particular interpretation of romantic tarot. Anyway, so the Four of Swords here shows that you'll be pretty well rested in November. You'll feel pretty uplifted, you'll feel pretty balanced, you will feel pretty good within yourself. You'll be kind of waltzing around. Some of you may even enjoy dance, is something I'm seeing here in November. That's interesting because they are dancing, but you know, this energy of you feeling rested, feeling good, kind of like swaying with things, a lot of harmony, balance. It's also a card of like prayer, meditation. Yeah, feeling very rested and rejuvenated. We have here, I believe that this is the, let me check what deck this is. Card this is, because my Roman numerals have left my consciousness. Clearly, I don't use this deck so often, so you know, sometimes I rely on the Roman numerals to kind of get me through it. Well, regardless, here we have got the Queen of Wands, okay? So I will just mention that. Let me just find out what card this is. 1 second. 1 second. It's either the World card or it's either the Lovers card, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things. Bear with me for a second. I will get there. Okay, it's not the Lovers, which means it must be the World card. Has to be the World card. It's not the World card. What? Okay, hold on a second. Roman numerals have left the chat. Oh no. I had all my Roman numerals memorized, but clearly not. What card even is this? Oh, I guess I'm going to have to figure it out. 1 second. Okay, anyway, so let me talk about the Queen of Wands whilst I'm trying to figure out this particular meaning of this card. You know, I just feel like this is a combination, okay, of the World card because of the compass and the Lovers card because they're holding hands. Like, to me, I've just lost my Roman numeral skills. I know that many of you are like shouting through the screen and you're like, Moonlight, it's this one. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. So what I'm seeing here with the Queen of Wands is a major glow up, okay? So we've seen that here from like September to October, you are growing, you're becoming stronger, and ultimately the Queen of Wands here shows that you're feeling good in terms of how you look, in terms of how you feel, and you're feeling pretty good. So there's just a really strong energy here of you feeling very happy and very content and also very fulfilled as well. So there's just a really nice energy here where things are moving basically in the right direction and giving you a ton of happiness and fulfillment and joy. Queen of Wands is also about passion and really just coming across as extremely attractive, which is also something that we are picking up on here as well. So, you know, it's just a really nice energy and very powerful, and of course like super potent as well. Like, there's such a wonderful energy here in that sense. So that's one of the biggest things that I am seeing as well. So the Queen of Wands shows that some of you might be, getting your hair cut, you might be getting your nails done, grooming, outfits, lots of things like that. Like, you're feeling pretty strong and also pretty good as well. So, you know, that's one of the things that I really am seeing here, which is obviously pretty significant as well. So, you know, it's a good energy and you're feeling pretty happy and also very strong within yourself. This is the Star card. I don't know. I could have got that, but I don't think I would have. I sometimes, you know, I see it now. I see it now, but I didn't see it then. Like, to me, this represents more of like the Lovers and the World card. To be honest though, you know, the Star card isn't so far out in terms of the sort of element of what I'm seeing. So basically I see the stars aligning in November in regards to love and also in regards to potentially you travelling. The World card's also about satisfaction. So when you think about the Star card, which is exactly what this card is, it's about the stars aligning, it's about healing, rebirth, you know, it's about things becoming much better. So remember we read on this situation here of you sort of being a bit disappointed and that kind of energy. Well, this person goes through some kind of big healing, but so do you, and that can actually allow things to come back together here with this particular situation. So that's also something we are seeing, which is obviously really positive and very good to see. So yeah, that's really positive. So the star here really shows like the stars aligning, rebirth. Look, we also have a star here as well. Boo, yeah. Boo, akasha. Isn't that what people say? I don't know. Okay, so anyways, the star here really does show like things coming together and you're feeling so much happier and also really fulfilled. And it's almost like things are going in the right direction with the compass that we have here. So that's why I saw that world energy. And of course, you got these two people holding hands. So there's like a reconciliation here. You know, even if this was like a friend, for example, who had this energy towards you, there's again reconciliation. If this was a family member, reconciliation. If this was an actual like lover, reconciliation. So that's what I see with the star, is basically reconciliation. And we have here, well, isn't this really interesting? To me, right, I just feel like there's such this is the devil, by the way. This energy here is so interesting because it's, to me, that having the devil here really does go to show that you are feeling yourself, okay? You're feeling in control. Now that's what the devil is all about. It's about control. Sometimes it can be about greed, but I just feel here that you feel in control of yourself. It's like you've got yourself, you have power, you feel good, but also you feel happy because things are going in your direction and in your way. So it's kind of energy I'm getting. Also strong Capricorn energy as well right there. Oh, we're done with the cards. Let me just grab these Oracle cards. Devil's interesting. Very interesting. See, you feel good with like dressing up and how you look and things like that. So again, reconciliation energy here as well. That's what I'm seeing. So let's have a look at the... Just be careful of people who, you know... This person's also chained. You see that? Like, they're chained. But still, they come across like, you know, everything's good. So, I'll leave that one up to you. mainly because it's going to make sense to you in some way. But it's different for everyone. So we've got number 66, hibernation. Your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. Did I not mention that? Did I not mention that? I mentioned that, right? I mentioned that with the Four of Swords. I said prayer and meditation. That's what the Four of Swords is known as a card. So this is about being well rested. This is about having that peace of mind, which is also going to allow you to have a much smoother November as well. So that is what we have. So basically, group number 1, that is your reading. If this resonated with you, check out the description box below. No, actually, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website as well. And definitely do check out like my TikTok, Instagram if you want to see short videos. I do post them on there, so definitely do check those out if you're interested. And take care, everyone. Take care. Alright, so let's take these away. And let me take these crystals as well. Put those carefully down. Oh, sorry, they're really loud crystals. Okay, put these here. Okay. Crystals. I'm going to put them here because they are quite loud. I can't get my cards. There we go. I got them. It took a little time, but I got them. Okay. Alright, group number 2, let's have a look and see what we have for September, October and November of 2021. Alright, so you have chosen these crystals right here, and we're going to have a look, see what is coming through. There's a beautiful heart, there is a beautiful pyramid, and there is also this cube. So let's have a look. Alright, so we're going to do a 12 card spread, 4 cards for each month, and then also an oracle card as well from the Life Coach Oracle deck for each of the months as well. So let's start first and foremost with September. Okay, we've got a lot of cards here. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle those actually because aiming for 4 cards. There was quite a chunk there. But I didn't also see any of those cards, but I'm going to take this one anyways. Okay, well, I saw both of them and they clearly wanted to come out there, so interesting. So the Six of Swords with the Four of Cups and the Two of Swords shows that there's something you're a little bit indecisive about. Okay, you might find it very hard to make a certain decision. Now, there might be a decision in regards to your career, in which direction you're going in. Could be a decision in regards to love, in which direction you're going in, but you are a bit indecisive. You're not so sure as to what you want to do and whether you want to really go in a specific way or whether you want to just see how things go. Because some of you feel like, oh my god, I need to do everything. I need to literally do everything. If I want love, I have to go out and chase it. If I want a strong career, I have to go out and literally chase for it. Otherwise, it's never going to happen. So what do? Like, I have no energy, but I also want to, explore my options. I would just say here that if you feel like you have to do everything, clearly it isn't always the right thing for you, because I don't believe that you should have to literally do everything. I also feel here with the Six of Swords as well is that, it just burdens more of your energy, and it just makes you feel also not so great when you feel like you literally have to do every little thing. It can be so overwhelming and just so tiring. So one thing I do see here with the Two of Swords is that many of you are confused, and when you're confused, simplify the energy, look after yourself, put yourself first, take a couple of days off for yourself if possible. If you, like, for example, work on the weekdays, then try to take the weekend just to take a little bit of a break for yourself. Or if you do work a lot, then obviously make sure you do have time off somewhere for yourself, even if it's a day or something, because that will really allow you to rest and recharge. Remember that when your spiritual energy is drained and less, people can pick up on it. And also when your energy is really high vibrational, again, people can pick up on it and they can be so much more progressive towards you and in regards to opportunity. So one thing I see is that many of you feel definitely very drained drained. Okay, Four of Cups, like you are tired and you just want opportunities to come to you because you are tired. So when you are tired, you have to really make sure that you are resting well, you're drinking enough water, you are sleeping well, or at least trying to. And if you find it really, really hard, of course, do see a medical professional. But eating well, sleeping well, and, you know, making sure that you are trying not to be so stressed. I know it's really hard in this day and age not to try and be stressed about things, but that will really help not only how you actually feel physically, but also in terms of energies and opportunities that come to you spiritually. Because remember, spiritual energies are powerful. Spiritual energies are really, really strong, and you want to make sure that you make the right choices for yourself and that you're not like making certain choices that feel not good, right? Does that make sense? I feel like that's very important. So basically, make sure you look after you. Very, very important. Very, 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 very important to make sure that you're like really putting yourself first, looking after you, because ultimately otherwise there can be, you know, just a lot of not so great energies. The Six of Cups with the King of Cups is obviously super significant as well. It really does point towards, again, such a strong energy, again, of you feeling emotionally content and fulfilled. And the Six of Cups, again, is the opportunity coming towards you, but it doesn't come to you when you're drained. It comes to you when you feel pretty good. So I'm just saying here, the more you take care of yourself, the better also the quality of opportunities that come to you. The more you feel drained and the more you just feel like, no, don't really want to do this, don't really care about this, I just want my opportunities, and if they can just come to me now, that would be really nice because I can't be bothered, then the quality of opportunities will match that energy as well. So just be aware of that. And that can include love as well. Like for some of you who may be desperate for love to just come in and you're just like, come on now, like hurry up now. That's the kind of quality of love that you can also then attract, you know, whereas when you're kind of just like, you know, I've got myself, I'm feeling good, I'm trying to do as best as I can, one foot in front of the other, you know, that also matches the kind of quality of love that also comes your way. So, you know, it's pretty positive. It just says to take more care of yourself. Basically, what you put out in September comes back to you in September in regards to the quality of it. Just saying, very, very strong energy. Okay, so September really is about your output is what you get. Your output is your input. Your output is what people input towards you. Do you know what I mean? Like what you put out is what you start to reflect and get back. So the more you put out this kind of energy where you feel like, oh, I need it, like come on, like hurry up. That's the kind of energy you get, is more agitation, more frustration. But the more you're like, you know what, whatever will come when it's meant to come. That balanced energy, you know, you meditating, taking care of yourself attracts like really fun, great, happy opportunities as well that sort of matches your energy. Okay, let's have a look at this oracle card for September. Obsession. What were we talking about right there? Like the more you want. Okay, so obsession. It's time to get out of your head and back into your heart. That is literally what we're talking about. So a lot of you are just kind of like really overthinking things a lot, which look, we all overthink things. It's okay. But go back more into your heart space, right? That emotional aspect of your heart space will really allow things to be much more clear. When you align to your heart, you will start to feel so much better. So instead of like, you know, thinking with your mind, like, I need this, I need that, and this has to be like this, and this has to be like that. Think from your heart as well. You know, self-soothing energies will help you to feel better, happier, stronger, and way more uplifted as well, and just so much better overall. So that will definitely help you a ton. Okay, so let's keep going to October. 10 of Pentacles. Also the 10th month, right? Wow. Okay, so you may feel a little stuck in September, but you like unstuck yourself, okay, as well. You start to get to a better place for yourself in September, and you start to move in a better direction for you, which I think is obviously really positive and strong. Wow. Four of Wands. Wow. Four of Wands. Divine energies, divine timing. You've got the Four of Pentacles as well. So fours in tarot represent a foundation, and it represents stability towards, you know, like obviously on top of a foundation is like the stable aspect. So this shows you're also saving a lot of money. I see really great family dynamics here, and also in regards to love and your career, you seem to have gotten some beautiful opportunities, which could have happened in September, but for some of you, if you're still holding on to that sort of obsessive energy in September, it will then happen for you in October. These cards really do love to slip around a little bit. And then we've got the Seven of Wands, so you're getting through any obstacles, challenges, struggles that you're facing in October, like you're getting through those with a lot of determination. And then you've got here the Chariot, which is beautiful energy with those two Sphinx representing the yin and yang energy, which is about harmony and balance, and you're progressing forward and really getting somewhere with that Cancerian energy. The Cancerian energy is also to do with family and love as well, so you're feeling so much more at peace and so much happier. Basically, the less you obsess and stress about things, the more naturally things start to progress. And sometimes, you know, we have to create that environment. Meditation helps greatly with this, because when you meditate, you detach, and the key to the law of attraction is detachment, believe it or not. You know, it happens when you like least expect it. Your manifestations don't always just appear when you want them to. It will also appear when the energies are much calmer and when there's a bit more space on your plate for it to come through. So definitely keep that in mind as well. Okay, and that's when it really starts to move forward. So if some of you are feeling like, I really want this moonlight and it's not happening, why? Well, sometimes we have to detach in order to let it come through as well, you know, because sometimes we're holding on, when we're holding on, it's like an energy of fear, right? Nothing can come into your hand when you're in fear, like, oh my God, I need this to happen, I need this to happen. The universe likes it when we live in the present, because the present is the present, right? Very important. So when we kind of open our hands up, this is living in love. This is like going with the flow, taking care of ourselves. And that is when abundance comes into the hand, like the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so very important there. That's why they also say, like, when you meditate, open palms. Open palms. Connection. You are very connected to the heavenly realms. Yeah, see? October is a month where you are so connected to everything around you, to the point where everything's flourishing, right? Opportunities are flourishing. That's because you are so connected. Here, you know, a bit of a disconnect in September, but in October, there's so much more of a connection here. Your angels and your spirit guides are supporting you. You are totally supporting yourself as well. And things are really moving forward in the right direction, which again is very positive for everything else that you're also trying to achieve in this particular month as well. So you'll start to find that there are some really great opportunities here to earn more money. You'll find that you can save more money. With the Four of Wands as well, you're really happy because things in regards to love are also looking up, and there's a really positive energy and environment in regards to it. You feel like things are reciprocated. You feel like things are mutual. You feel genuinely, you know, happy and content. Well, that's a good sign, right? Very good sign. November. Wow, I feel like I was like, you know, when you go to like certain places, they give you like a ticket and then they call your name, or they call the number. No, they call the number. They call the number. Well, sometimes you can like write the name, your name on the ticket, and then they call your name. But that's what it sounded like November. Take a ticket, any ticket. November. All right. So we got the Empress with the Eight of Wands. Beautiful. So Empress is ruled by Venus, and these energies are strong because, you know, Venus really does go to showcase that you're feeling so much more confident and happier within yourself. It's interesting, I'm seeing an energy of a child, so just letting you know that for some of you, you may find that you are expecting, or you may find that you know someone who is expecting. So just keep that in mind, but there's definitely an energy here of like family. There's also an energy here of love and also intimacy as well. Just wanted to mention that, but you're feeling so much happier with how things are looking and how things are growing and moving forward, and also going. But then also the Eight of Wands here shows back and forth communication. It shows that things are really moving forward for you in your life and also coming together beautifully. So this energy is super wonderful and super nice to see. So it really shows things going in the right direction as well. You're also getting lots of ideas as well, because this is about creativity. Now, this energy is also about like giving birth to an idea, okay? So you might come up with an idea for a business or a project. So again, you know, keep in mind that it's also about the creation of something as well, which doesn't just have to be a person. Just saying. It could be like a business idea or a project that you're like really excited about, creativity, like really just brainstorming ideas, and you know, sponsorships, collaborations, things like that could be really strong, because Venus is about creativity, and it's also about the things that you like to do, like things that you're very passionate about. So it's also about money as well, but it's also about the things that you love too, right? So keep that in mind. So November really brings you that energy. You've got here the Queen of Pentacles, beautiful. Okay, so you've got the rabbit, which also represents like fertility as well, and again, like growth of an idea or a person. But we have got the Queen of Pentacles really indicating that energy of comfort and stability, money, you know, perhaps investing. That's another thing I see. You know, and investments can be like houses as well, houses, cars. No, not cars. What am I even on about? Wow. This is why I'm not a financial advisor. Cars are not really an investment. I mean, it depends. It depends on what kind of car it is, but oh, I can't believe I said cars. Maybe for some of you it is. I don't know. Like maybe some of you are buying a car, you know, because you need a car. But to be honest, you know, not everything is an investment. That's one thing to point out. But yeah, you might be investing, or you might be like making purchases that are necessary. So, you know, that very much so could still make sense. But yeah. Anyways, I am not a financial advisor, but I'm just saying that, you know, like you might be thinking of like moving or buying a house, or yeah, buying a car, buying resources for like a business, you know, materials, etc., equipment, things like that. I don't read health, but I just thought of another thing, and I'm just going to throw it out there, because I feel like it could resonate with like a few of you, okay? And I'm fully aware that it's not going to resonate with all of you, but like I was also seeing as well like medical treatments in order to have a child, okay? Like that's just something I'm also seeing as well, so just keep that in mind. Like it's just something I thought, because like we do see here money and investing, but also I see like a lot of energies to do with like creation, fertility, and things like that. So just wanted to throw that out there. It could be that you're purchasing medical treatments in order to also like start a family or have a child, especially if you have been struggling. Okay. So we have here, yeah, star. See, that's like rebirth, right? So again, this is about giving birth to something. So just keep seeing this energy. For some of you, it's like an actual child. For some of you, it's a business or an idea that really starts to bloom into something really, really big. So just keep in mind that there's definitely this energy that we are throwing out there with the star energy. It's like really, really positive, and it shows the stars aligning and coming into alignment. There we go. I've lost my words today. I do apologise, genuinely. I was going to do a 12 card spread, but you know, I'm just going to leave it at this. We got a bonus card in these 2 months, so I'm just going to leave this one. I know it looks a bit incomplete, doesn't it? It does look a bit incomplete. I'm sorry. I know it looks like I probably forgot a card, but I actually didn't. Okay, so wow. You know, the star is also about like healing, rebirth, regeneration, rejuvenation. We've got here, didn't I just mention healing a second ago? We got energy healer, and it says your natural ability to heal yourself and others is needed now. So yeah, we definitely got this like really powerful energy of healing, and you feeling the best you felt in a very, very long time, feeling happy, content, fulfilled, strong, powerful, motivated, dedicated, excited. Just a really powerful, like rejuvenated vibe is coming through here. You're going to be feeling so good in November, because you're going to finally feel like things are absolutely moving in the right direction and coming together in the right direction, also progressing in the right direction too. So it's a really great energy that we are picking up on. So that is what we have for you, group number 2. Obviously, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website, shopmoonlightguidance.com. And also I have Instagram and TikTok as well if you wanted to watch really short videos that I post on there, like readings. So definitely follow me on there if you're interested, or if you hang around on any of those social media sites and you enjoy watching readings on there. Yes, take care everyone. I'll see you all very soon. And we go to the next group number 3. Last but never least, never ever least. Okay, I'm going to put these on the side. Oh! I feel like they're going to fall off the table. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put these here. Alright, group number 3, hello, how are you? We are going to look into September, October and November of 2021. Okay, so we're going to have a look. I'm going to do a 12 card spread with the After Tarot deck. We also have your crystals here. There's a combination of aventurine and also citrine here. Just thought I'd mention the crystals. I don't actually know which one is which. I believe this one is citrine and these are aventurine. I believe that's the case, because I know that some of you like to know which crystals are which, so thought I just mentioned that. Okay, so let's start first of all with September. So we're going to do 4 of the tarot cards for each month, and then also do an oracle card for each month as well. Okay, so group number 3 is September. So group number 3, your first card is a 3, and it is the 3 of Cups. You've also got 3 crystals as well. I'm seeing a lot of number 3s here. Okay, so there you go. Very nice. Let's put you here. And we've also got the Page of Wands as well. Group project, group activity, group situation. There's definitely like a very social energy that's coming through here for sure. And yeah, it's like creative aspect. So in regards to work, there's definitely like a lot of like collaborative energy where you have to talk to a lot of other people and perhaps share your ideas, or there's just a lot of people around. You know how sometimes when, I'm just going to give you an example, this may not make sense to a lot of you, but I'm just going to say it anyways. You know, sometimes when you go to school or you have a specific class, like I'm using school as an example because it probably would make a bit more sense. Sometimes there's just so many people and you're just like, what the heck, like today there's just so many people, and then sometimes there's like literally nobody turns up, you know, to a class or a seminar or whatever it is, you know, and you're just like, what happened? Same when you go to a supermarket, you know, sometimes you might just feel like, well, how are there this many people here? And then sometimes you go to a supermarket and it's literally just you in an aisle, and then you go to another aisle and it's just you. It's this kind of same vibe that I'm getting here, where you're going to find like there's a lot of people around you, okay, like a lot of people around you, like everywhere you go. And that's one of the things that I do see here in September, especially with the 3 of Cups, is that you might go to a supermarket and feel, wow, like it's so busy today. And then sometimes, you know, you might have a lot going on at work and you just feel like everyone is just pulling me in a million different directions. I'm just saying, some of you might be like searching for a house and you might be like, oh my god, there's so many houses on the market, like what the heck is going on? So there's just this sense of like quantity, okay? That's what I want to say to you. There is quantity and you have choice. So you might have choice between like 3 different things. You may also go like on a dating site and find that there are like 3 people that you equally are as keen to talk to, for example. So just keep in mind that there's just this energy here of choice and options, and you're not out of them, okay? And there's a lot of people around and things like that. So I just wanted to let you know that, because that's something that I keep seeing here. It's like very social energy. Page of Wands is about creativity, so you're very heightened in terms of creativity, for sure. Let's keep going. Queen of Swords, you're feeling pretty strong within yourself. I mean, look, you've got the butterfly up here, Queen of Wands with her prayer beads. You know, the Queen of Wands, it's not the Queen of Wands, it's Queen of Swords. Like, I'm literally describing the Queen of Swords, but I'm saying the Queen of Wands. Anyways, so the Queen of Swords literally has a prayer beads wrapped around her hand. She is the definition of like boundaries, you know, like putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, doing what is best for you, and really just putting yourself in a place of absolute power. And that's one of the biggest things that I do see here, is that, you know, the Queen of Swords is just so powerful and so strong, and really just very unstoppable, basically. So I just feel like so many of you are completely unstoppable. You just know what you want, you know what you're going to do, you know how you feel. Like, there's just nothing that takes this away from you. And so that's what I see, is that you are unstoppable, and there's just a lot of choice. And you might even find yourself thinking like, wow, I want to buy this, but now there's like 500 choices. You might think, okay, I'm going to buy a new phone, and then you suddenly find, oh my god, there's like 500 choices. You're just like, what? How? How is there so much choice? Okay, so you're going to be plagued with choices in September. I'm just saying. To the point where you might think, okay, I'll just give it a little bit of time and think about what I want, and then you just get more confused. It happens. The other day that happened with me with something that I wanted to buy online. It was a beauty product. And then I realized that there was just so much choice. And I was like, what the heck? Like, how? Like, how is there this much choice? Because I swear to God, that exact brand didn't have as much choice before. And now it's like, I can't even tell the difference between each item. It's like, they all look the same, but they do different things. I'm like, what? So, you know, and then I had to like literally think about it for a solid amount of time. That's what I see here, okay? Oh, it's going to make sense with you for like different things, honestly, but the Page of Swords literally shows here this sense of like discovery, like you're trying to build up knowledge, you're trying to make decisions. The Page of Wands here shows creativity. Don't be afraid to share your ideas. Obviously, like, you know, make sure that you're not sharing them to people that steal your ideas. It's hard sometimes to know that unless you like test it out, but essentially I do feel here that you are being looked at as someone who has got ideas. You are very strong and confident, you know what you want, you have, you know, lots of ability within yourself, you're strong, powerful, you know, so it is working in your favor basically. That's one thing I do see here. And also, solar plexus chakra is illuminated. Solar plexus chakra is yellow. So this is the Manipura chakra, and you know, it is to do with inner peace, which I see here. Okay, you have a lot of inner peace, even though there's like so many people around you and so many choices. You have personal power to make decisions and choices for yourself, right? You have good self-confidence, self-worth. So even if you don't like large crowds and things like that, I feel like you're going to be okay in them for some reason in September, because you would just feel like, you know what, I got myself, like, cool. I have choice, cool. You know, it's that kind of energy. Now we have here number 70, Universal Bank. Everything you need to thrive is already here. So it's almost like this really does help you. Again, you've got a lot of yellow in this card as well, right? Everything, including your gut instincts as well, are very powerful. Again, that's the solar energy. Solar energy is the sun's energies, right? So you will feel like there's opportunities here, you have choices, you are thriving because you're not feeling restricted and contained in a box. You're able to grow, which is another thing that I see here, and you're just taking every day as it comes. Like, that's the main thing that we definitely like do see here, which is obviously like really strong and powerful. Okay, so now we go to October. Okay, we have a bonus card. Ooh. Two of Swords, High Priestess. I am an upright reader. I thought I'd mention that. Pisces energy. Let's just put that up here. Universal Bank. Okay. All right. Queen of Cups. She's holding a fish. How did I never see this before? She's literally holding a fish. Is she a mermaid? I asked that question only because I'm looking at this card, and is that a fin like poking out? Like, you know when mermaids have that thing at the bottom? Is that? Is she a mermaid? I bet she is, isn't she? Well, she's holding a fish on one hand. Anyways, so the Queen of Cups is interesting because Queen of Cups has the most spectacular cup in tarot. Like, nobody has the same kind of cup as she does. So it was really interesting with your male or female. Remember, I read energies, not specifically genders. I know we've got a lot of like female figures here, specifically with like the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. But what this really does represent is that there's quite a strong energy of you feeling in control, you know, and feeling like you have the right opportunities towards you, especially if some of you might feel like a certain opportunity sort of slipped away. Look how this fish has sort of escaped the Page of Cups. Page of Cups isn't really so worried. I mean, the Page of Cups are like, what the heck, that just happened? My fish went away. But it's almost like those opportunities that you have grabbed, you will start to realize, okay, like some things didn't work out because they weren't meant to. It's almost like you have this more open-minded view of things, and you're not so restrictive of like how certain things have happened. You're kind of thinking like, oh, you know, that particular thing didn't work out, but that's because I am blessed and certain things were not meant to work out, so it's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world for me kind of a vibe. And that's really what I'm seeing here, is that many of you are just like, you know what, it's not the end of the world. Like, everything is coming together the way that it is meant to, and that's okay. That's the kind of vibe that I am getting here, which is obviously like super significant as as well. And then the Six of Cups here really does show an opportunity. Like the Six of Cups is about achievement and it is about celebration, which I think is really interesting because the High Priestess definitely shows that you're going to be using your gut and your instincts and your intuition in regards to making certain choices and decisions, and you're not going to be always relying on other people. You also want to really rely on yourself and put yourself first and forward in regards to certain things that you're doing, and you don't always want to kind of rely on other people making certain choices and decisions for you because you just don't feel like that's fair, and you also want to do your own thing, you know? So I just feel here that some of you may be confused at the beginning of October to what's happening, what's not, but then eventually, you know, with a strong spiritual path, some of you are going to be meditating and really looking after yourselves. You might be doing Reiki, you might be doing shadow work healing, you know, perhaps chakra cleansing, what other forms of, I mean, God, there's so many forms of healing actually, isn't there? Wow, now that I think about that, there's like a whole new avenue there. Wow, anyways, any forms of healing, any forms of like self-care, self-love, I definitely see that it's very, very active here. This allows you to discover what's really truly for your highest good. Your gut and your instinct will absolutely tell you when things do not feel right. And so when you're feeling confused here, you'll start to feel so much more heightened and you'll start to realize, okay, like maybe this thing really isn't good for me, so I should really trust my gut and my instinct. And basically that allows you to understand why certain things that sort of left your side were never really meant for you, because there were better opportunities that are supposed to come in October anyways to make you realize that. So basically October is about big realizations as to why certain things didn't work out, and how rejection is basically redirection in many ways as well, because some of you do feel a bit frustrated about certain things that didn't quite manifest the way that you were hoping or wanting for it to do so. So October is all about like realizations and basically the blindfold coming off, and instead of having this sort of like defensiveness of like, oh my god, like what that was supposed to be like that, you know, it's almost a sense of like, yeah, but it was meant to be like that because of this and this, you know. So well, you're definitely having those realizations and it's all coming to fruition. That's the kind of vibe that I see here, which is obviously much better. Yeah, that is what we have there. So that is literally what we have got, which is for sure interesting, very interesting. Okay, so let's go to another card. Universal flow. It is time for you to slow down, breathe, and take time to smell the roses. True, right? Remember what we said here. Healing, self-care, self-love. That's going to allow you to see why certain things happen the way that they did. You can smell those roses or those flowers in these cards and you'll start to understand why things have happened. So it's okay to stop and slow down and to really assess and understand why certain things have happened the way that they did. I mean, naturally you'll be figuring that out. November. Wow, King of Swords. This is power at its finest. Like you'll feel so strong, so happy and so content here in November, where you'll think to yourself, I've got the power in my hands. Like I know what I need to now do in order to succeed. You'll be looking for opportunities. You'll be jumping into opportunities. You'll be offered opportunities. You'll feel strong when you are connecting to people because the throat chakra will be illuminated. So communication, willpower, truthfulness, setting boundaries, expression, especially from the experience from September, is going to just make you feel so much stronger in November. November is a very strong month for you in general, group 3, so there's something in the air in November for sure. I mean, to be honest, in November, Venus enters Capricorn, Mercury enters Scorpio, Mercury is conjunct with Mars, so, you know, all of these things, they really do help, like, things to come together, and, you know, when you share your ambitions and your fears, it just kind of showcases this, like, heart-to-heart with yourself that we see here as well, that really allows things to move towards a direction, towards optimism, and basically a vision for freedom, especially when the Sun also enters Sagittarius in November. Okay, so alright, so 5 of Pentacles, right? It's that energy of like feeling left out in the cold. But you know what's really interesting here is the King of Swords shows that you're not letting that get to you. We also have the 7 of Swords as well. This is that sense of like feeling, deceived, feeling like there's a deceitful person. Now this deceitful person that tries to take things away from you will get caught. Okay, look at that. They're going to get caught. Like, they're looking in a complete opposite direction. How foolish of them. They've tried to get away with these swords and they are walking into their own trap. Okay, so someone may try to take things away from you, or they might try to lie, or they might try and do something, and you just literally catch them red-handed and they become so embarrassed. So this energy here is about someone trying something and you recognizing your power, but also that power allows you to basically catch them red-handed. So you're catching someone red-handed, and in all honesty, they're going to be embarrassed. So don't feel like, oh my god, I caught them red-handed, but they don't know, and like now I'm embarrassed, like what do I do about it? No. They will know and they will be so embarrassed. Okay, so that's their problem. In all honesty, I just feel here that you will protect yourself, like you are protected, so that's not going to be such a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Five of Pentacles, again, this is to do with like what you feel sometimes is out of your hands, but you're starting to see that it's actually for your highest good. Now, fives are also about perspective as well, so you may start to feel like, why are these people like after me? But you also start to feel like, well, people are jealous of me. People see that I have so many amazing things and they're jealous, and that's their problem. So that's also what you will start to think as well, that a lot of this isn't your problem, that you do have your own power, and how they treat you is not your fault. That's their fault. That's their problem, right? How people see you, how people treat you is their problem, not yours. And see, with the Three of Pentacles here, you're working hard. You know, again, I see here collaboration. I see here, you know, this effective work of you just like really going at things and making amazing work. So you're going to be doing some really incredible work, whereas other people are quite jealous of you, and it's almost like they're trying to take things away from you, but they totally don't succeed. So if someone is like trying to steal your idea, they don't succeed. In fact, they get caught red-handed, and they are embarrassed, to say the least. Okay, so power is totally in your hands in November. Just keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, this person is not doing good things here. By the way, this energy here, okay, that we just spoke about is very similar to the energy of sort of like Mercury entering Sagittarius conjunct the Sun, which happens on the 24th to the 29th of November. Now, this is basically about expecting something that is kind of unexpected, okay, and it's about basically being guided by your intuition to understand and acknowledge the truth. Okay, so that's what we see there. That really aligns to that astrological event. Okay, we got two here, but I'm going to take this top one. So we have here, wake up call. You're about to discover your life purpose. You're about to discover a lot, to be honest, okay, in November. You're about to discover that someone's not exactly truthful. You also are discovering your true purpose. But yeah, definitely a wake-up call to realize that not everything is like your fault, that some people just naturally are not up to good things, you know, but essentially you are being protected, which is just so significant. And so you're going to have this wake-up call that not everybody is good like you, which I think some of you may have had before, but you actually see it firsthand. And the King of Swords really does show that you have that wake-up call towards your own power. So that is your reading group number 3. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on my website as well. I also have TikTok and Instagram where I post short readings and videos, so if you wanted to check that out, the links will be in the description box below. And do take care, everyone, as well. Bye everyone, I hope to see you soon. Take care. Take care.